Glow fam, it's Flo and we are back with another video. So first things first, I am chappy as hell. I'm about to use this Laneige lip sleeping mask. So today we are going to do a get ready with me. You're gonna have to go to Instagram to see the outfit later, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this head of mine because we were rocking these two braids for like almost 2 weeks now. I took my hair down once last weekend. But I haven't really been going anywhere, so it's just been in these braids. I've been working out every day, that whole spiel. So yeah, we're gonna do something with my head. I'm thinking a high bun or something because I'm going out later and I'm gonna be wearing like a turtleneck thingy because it's like cold front this weekend. It's really cold. And so I want to kind of have my hair out of my face or whatever. Maybe do some little like, I don't know. I'm not really sure how my hair is looking underneath these braids. So we'll just see how it goes. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. And then we're going to beat my face. I'm going to this really cute restaurant. So I definitely want to be like, you know, zhuzh or whatever. We're doing a girls' night. So that's going to be fun. I'm also going to film this look for Instagram. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Oh God, there's just so many platforms now that it's like every time I film something, I have to always think about like all of the platforms that I can possibly cross promote on, which is fine, but it's a biatch and a half, man. I feel like everybody got COVID around the same time if you hadn't already gotten it. Whew. I just did a 3-mile run walk situation, my cardio for today. So your girl is thirsty. On top of the 3 miles that I did, I also did an arm circuit. But there goes my ADHD because I completely lost focus of what I was talking about. I was talking about COVID. But yeah, so I had COVID earlier this year. So it kind of took me a little bit of time to bounce back and like create and all of that. So I started off the year a little bit late. I kind of had some ideas on stuff that I wanted to do, but since I wasn't feeling well, you know, I got a late start or whatever. So I'm just now kind of getting into the swing of things and trying to, you know, produce my content. The biggest thing for me though is like, obviously with COVID, it kind of slows you down. Like it makes you feel like you have zero energy most of the time. So that's been the hardest part about it. But then in general, when it comes to my content and stuff, I've kind of been feeling like, not like I'm overproducing, but sometimes you feel the pressure of having to produce versus just naturally wanting to produce. I'm trying to do it where when I do create content or I produce content, that it's content that is like authentic and content that is like in line with what I'm currently doing. Like say today I'm going out, right? So I can do content because I'm going outside. Dang, now that I think about it, should I put my hair up or should I leave it down? But yeah, I'm going outside, so it makes sense to film a quick get ready with me or whatever because, you know, I gotta get ready to go outside. But I don't want to do it where it's like forced, where I feel like I have to produce and I have to give y'all stuff to watch and I have to this and that. Leave me alone. I don't want to do that. So that's what we're kind of going to be doing this year, is just like focusing more on the quality of the content and just trying to give you like a natural, you know, like what I do in kind of like my routine type of situation, as opposed to creating opportunities for content, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me just survey this situation. I was thinking a high bun like this, and then maybe tucking the ends in or something. So we're gonna use this blueberry and coconut milk. This is by Curls. It works for moisturizing. It doesn't really work to hold my hair or anything. It's purely for moisturizing. But I've been kind of like putting oil and stuff on my hair in between while it's been in the braids, but I haven't like moisturized. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to do that. mainly on the edges that are going to be out, on my ends, of course. Then I'm gonna go in with this brush. This is a hard, very hard boar bristle brush by Annie. I feel like I got it on Amazon or something, or maybe the beauty supply store, I don't remember, but I needed a hard brush to like, you know, right through this joint. But while I do that, so there was the COVID thing. What else is new this year? Yeah, just social media in general. I'm just trying to change the way that I approach it, because what I've been finding lately is that I feel like I want to focus more on my personal life than I want to on producing content. Because if you know, or as most of you know, if you've been watching my channel, I also have a 9-to-5 job. I work in human resources. So I have a 9-to-5 job, and that takes up the bulk of my time, honestly, because I do work for a pretty large company. And if you are in the HR field, or you know anything about HR, then you know how challenging it can be at times. So there's that. I am tired. Oh my God. This is why people don't like being natural, because look at all that work just for it to look like this. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with this Style Factor Edge Booster. I'm just gonna put that all around the perimeter of my hair and hope for the best. But yeah, so being in the HR field, you know, it takes up a lot of time, and it's very stressful and complicated sometimes. So when I'm producing content and stuff, it's usually on the weekends or on my free time, or, you know, after work. I'm trying to hurry up and film or hurry up and edit or any of those things, right? So I'm just trying to create more work-life balance for myself, but I also don't want to slack on YouTube because my YouTube channel is growing. So I definitely want to keep up the momentum, because you know, with social media, it's all about momentum. So while you're relevant and while it's growing, you don't want to stop in the middle and kind of like stunt your growth in a sense. So yeah, I'm just trying to do that. And then the other thing, like, I don't care for with the social media thing, and why I've been kind of like, just like I've been more on like my personal page and like not so much on the Belle Glow page, because I feel like people like objectify you. And when you're doing social media, a lot of times people treat you like you're not like a person who has feelings and, you know, a personal life and personal things going on. Like, they literally say any old thing to you, and I'm sensitive, so I don't really, I'm not really with all of that. I don't really get too much hate and stuff like that, but when I do, it definitely does affect me. So I try to like stay off the social media page and kind of like try to stay more on my personal page, if that makes sense. And I feel like it also spills into like dating and stuff too, because I am definitely still single and navigating the dating world that we know, you know, has piss in it at the moment. But yeah, like, it makes it hard because I feel like people look at your social media and they think, you know, all these things about you, but social media is just that. It's like it's an illusion. Whew. It's not the real world, you know? So it's an illusion, and most of the stuff that you're seeing online is not real. So I just want to be like more authentic in my relationships. And if I'm building a relationship with someone, I kind of want them to see me, you know, for who I actually am. Gosh dang it. Not me doing all of that work just for the rubber band to pop. Let me go get another rubber band. I'll be right back. We're gonna have to bring out the big guns, because that edge control, no, it was not doing anything for the girls. So we're gonna put some of this and hope for the best. I'm gonna wash my hair tomorrow, so I don't really mind having a lot of product in there. So like I was saying, when it comes to dating and whatnot, mind you, I don't really go on a lot of dates. As a matter of fact, I haven't been on a date period at all yet for 2022, which is fine. I'm very selective and intentional about my dating. Like, I have to either be really into you or really like feel like it's gonna be a thing for me to even go out with you, because I don't believe in wasting time. I'm not somebody that goes out just to go out. I'm all about genuine connections and genuine, relationships with people. So if I don't feel like it's gonna be that, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I kind of want whoever it is that I'm dealing with not to necessarily see the personality, but kind of to see me, for me. Yeah, I'm super like family oriented. I'm all about my family and my close friends. Like, I'm not really into too much. Like, that's kind of where you'll usually find me. So that's important to me. It's just hard being authentic in the social media world. Like, people just have their preconceived notions. They have their thoughts about you. And there's not really much that you can really do aside from just hoping that whatever you do present, we're gonna double scrunch you because child. But yeah, hoping that whatever you do present is authentic and helps that person to really get to know you and understand what's important to you. And obviously what's important to them too. But yeah, that's just my little tidbit about social media and how that overlaps into dating and all of that. And anybody who's on any social media platform can probably identify with that and will probably tell you the same. That it's definitely challenging, as much as it's like cool to have like, a personality page or any of those things. It's also challenging. Oh, it's challenging like trying to put my hair in a bun, child. That's how challenging it is. Father God. But I feel like it's cute. It feels cute because my head hurts. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay. I can twist the ends and bobby pin them down. Let's do that. Well, aside from that, I've been mainly just like focusing on working out and kind of getting my body back to pre-COVID, weight and situation. I am currently 22 pounds down. I'm about 50 or 60 pounds away from my ultimate goal, and I'm making a huge effort to try to reach that goal within the next 5 to 6 months. I know that's a lot of weight to try to lose in 5 to 6 months, but I definitely would like to. So that's what I'm kind of working on. I've been doing mostly like a pescatarian diet at the moment. But I was told that I may be kind of anemic because of that. So I'm trying to incorporate just a little bit of red meat back into my diet because I really don't want to take iron pills. I feel like I take a lot of supplements on a daily basis, so I kind of want to avoid doing that. But yeah, so I've been doing the pescatarian thing. I work out pretty much every day. With having COVID, it does make it difficult to lift. So I've mainly been doing cardio and just like walking outside. I started back running a little bit and I was so like, not even like out of breath. My chest was hurting. And I was talking to my doctor about it and she was saying that that's normal because after you have COVID, some people, especially with like long haul COVID, you end up having chest pain. So she's like, that's totally normal. Just take it easy. And I don't think taking it easy is trying to go for a run every day. So I'm like, if I feel like I can do it, I'll do it. But then on those days that I really just feel like I'm gonna pass out, then I'll try to chill out and maybe not run and just like walk or something, which is what I'm most comfortable doing. But I don't want to just always do what's in my comfort level because obviously we know that nobody really grows in their comfort zone. So I'm trying to push myself a little bit, but not to the point, where I actually harm myself. So that's what I've been kind of doing there. I've seen huge improvements with like my stomach area, you know, my arms and things like that, which is typically like the hardest place for women to lose weight or fat. So I have been seeing those improve, which is awesome. So yeah, it's encouraging me to keep going and keep pushing. When I initially started my weight loss journey back in, I want to say 2016, I lost 70 pounds. But of course, over COVID, I gained some of that back. I gained like 30 pounds back. So I'm like more than halfway through getting rid of those 30 pounds. And I'm just working on kind of getting the rest of that together. So this is what my bun is looking like. So, you know, I just usually do like a little swoop situation, nothing crazy. And is it just me, or does this side never come out as good as the other side? Like, I feel like it always looks weird. So I'm gonna probably... Four. Alright. Oof. So yeah, I'm gonna go through with the stronghold stuff again and try to get as much of these flyaways down as possible. I don't know why I have so many flyaways because my hair is one length, but whatever. So that is the hair. I'm gonna go ahead and tie it down now, and then I will come back with the makeup. So while my hair sets, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my vision board that I made for 2022. This is what it looks like in general. Let's see. Yeah. So you can pause if you want to see that. But basically, my biggest thing right now is self-care. Yeah, I want to work on my conscious and unconscious thoughts. I'm trying to practice more positive thinking and more in the moment thinking, as opposed to kind of like worrying about what's going to happen 10, 15 years down the line. I feel like you're never really going to know what's going to happen, nor do you have any control over what's going to happen. So I want to kind of keep a positive, happy, free, fair mindset and just kind of be, which is why we have the simply being over here. I also have on here to be gentle, because sometimes, you know, I could be a little or very direct and very blunt, but I realize that that's not always helpful in every situation. While I've never really been a super disrespectful person, like I don't really say crazy stuff to people, but I do know that sometimes my tone or maybe like my directness is off-putting. So I'm trying to kind of be a little bit more gentle, especially with the people that I truly care about. And kind of handle people with care as I would want for them to handle me. I read about the 4 agreements like 2 years ago, and ever since, like, I have them in my bathroom on sticky notes. It's something that I practice 100%. Like, I repeat it to myself, and I'm always like, okay, always do your best, be impeccable with your word, do not assume anything, and don't take anything personally. Like, I promise you, if you go just by those 4, like, it will completely transform your life. There are still some moments where I feel a little bit sus about certain things, but I'm trying to just like, again, live in the moment and not be so concerned about the outcome. As long as I know that I'm being authentic and I'm being true to myself and true to what I want, and, you know, also taking into account what the other person needs from me, especially when it comes to my friendships. I'm trying to just be more like laissez-faire in a way. So yeah, I've been kind of working on that. Of course, I have on here my squat and snatch, you know, this for my working out. And then I have the seafood on there because I've been doing pescatarian and just kind of focusing on having whole foods, very little processed foods. I have completely severed my ties with DoorDash. Although it has been an incredibly difficult road, I have severed the ties with DoorDash and I'm trying to stay away from DoorDash because cooking at home, first of all, sometimes I don't even feel like cooking. If you go on my Instagram, you will see that I have a lot of different recipes and a lot of different options, especially for people who are doing low carb, or if you're doing like a keto diet. I'm doing anywhere from 12 to 1500 calories a day, so I'm definitely in a calorie deficit. And that's what's been helping me to stay on track. And then coupled with my workouts and whatnot, that's what's really been helping me melt the fat away. I'm literally seeing my body change and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy because we're getting back to where I was before. I'm also focused on reading more because I kind of let that go. I got so like consumed in social media and doing content creation and all of those things that I kind of let go of like my love for reading. So I've been reading this series lately. It's a Jessica Watkins series, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a little hood. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a South Side love story. Okay, it's got 3 parts. It's a book that was, or a series that was previously written, but she just reformatted it. And so I'm reading the new version of it. I'm already on number 3 and I'm trying to pace myself because you know when you start reading a book and you get so into the book that you finish it in like a day and then you have nothing else to read. So I'm trying to pace myself. So yeah, I've been kind of like focused on that. So once I finish that series, I'm going to find something else to read. And then of course I have, you know, my love life on here or whatever. And my biggest thing is just not taking anything too seriously. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to take, you know, my future partner or whatever relationship I have, you know, seriously. It's just more so not attaching so many expectations and not necessarily worrying about the outcome, but kind of living in the moment and doing what I need to do today, as opposed to worrying about, oh, what's going to happen next week and then the week after that and this and that. Like, yes, I think it's smart to be vigilant, you know, and you do want to watch out for certain red flags and you want to watch out for certain behavioral patterns and things like that, even with yourself as well as the other person. But I just find that as women, especially as we get older, we tend to put more pressure on relationships for obvious reasons, but it doesn't necessarily help anything. It's actually to your own detriment and to the detriment of the relationship. Because if you do not allow something to progress naturally, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up with a lump of coal. I would prefer for someone to be around because they want to be around and to make decisions and take certain steps naturally with me because that's what they desire to do or that's what the relationship is naturally heading towards, as opposed to me attaching an expectation on something and then, you know, behaving as a function of that expectation. If that makes sense. Like, it's not like I don't have the expectations. Obviously, I have standards, expectations, and if, you know, you don't meet the standards or my expectations, eventually I will have to, you know, make a decision. But it's just more so allowing things to flow. So then I also have my little intention list where my intentions for the year is to be kind to myself and others. It's to continue being curious and learning, eat clean, train often, be open to love and don't look for it, save money and pay off debt, feel my feelings but don't dwell on them. The debt one is also a very important thing because, you know, again, as you get older and you move into different, you know, pathways in life, if you're someone who doesn't have any debt, that's awesome. But for those of us who have a little bit, I definitely want to clean certain things up. I'm going to go ahead and speed through the makeup look. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see how the outfit came out, go ahead and head over to my Instagram. The outfit should be posted. So yeah, thanks for watching, Glow Fam. Go ahead and watch the makeup now.
Not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away. Come chase beach views and then every day. All I wanna hear is an episode how we play. Sit right next to you. How I feel about you, think I wish away. Really wanna, I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you, out there.